Welcome back to my homestead. Well, the paint on the forks, not completely dry. It being 40 degrees out here in the barn and they're hanging by a string. The mystery color didn't really turn out. The primer went on translucent. It should be because it was a red oxide. Even with the multiple coats, it still didn't go on right. I don't know what was wrong with it. Defective paint. The basket for the man lift, galvanized, which I use cool galvanized, I'm amazed actually cured. So I'm going to be putting that on today. I wanted to see what moved on the adapter for the forks. Something moved and it set the forks where it's not like this, one's up. I don't know what changed. I have to figure it out. So today we're gonna bolt the base to the basket, cut off the excess bolts. On the flat part where the forks go in, I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm going to actually to protect the metal when I store it outside, I'm gonna put a rubber coating over the top, just kind of give it a little cushion. Let's get started. Okay, so you see where I have the opening. Now I'll get this kind of thing on there. Okay. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of like to have them all covered. Let's see. I had these bolts left over from something years ago. From where I worked, I had these tractor crates, and they always threw these bolts and nuts away. So I asked them, can I have them? I hate to throw bolts and nuts away. They're 3/8. Being a carriage bolt, you know. Can't stand waste. Got my air compressor not too far away, and we'll use it to tighten it up. And I know it's going to have enough torque to pull these things tight. All right. Get my air hose over here. A little stiff because it's so cold. One day I'm going to get a pure rubber air hose instead of this orange thing. Rubber doesn't get cold and gets stiff. Well, let me see, where's my impact? Sockets, let's see. 3/8 bolt is 9/16 on the head. Yeah, remember to oil your tools. Mine sits in the cabinet, but still. So I got this multi-purpose stuff where I'll be using drilling holes. I normally just shoot it in the thing. So let's see, where's my earmuffs? In here. This is going to be loud. All right. Okay, now you get a bolt that spins. There's a trick that you do, and for the most part it works. The pair of needle nose. What you do, you hold on to the hex part and tighten it up. Okay, so got down to where that will. Move to another kind of pliers. Hold that hex. I want this thing tight. Okay. So since that's not going to work, the end of the thread might be boogered up a little bit. So we're going to have to use a wrench. Every now and then you have to do something. You have to do something by hand. Can't use power tools for everything. So, vice grips on top, wrench on the bottom. Let's see here. Show you what I'm doing. All right, so Not all the time we can use power tools or air tools. Sometimes you have to do something by hand. Because that's the only way you can do it. These nuts have like a knurl on it, which helps to lock everything down. I think these were hardware is from an MPD crate where they were bolted through the wood to hold them together. They never wanted the hardware back, so they would discard them. I can't stand waste, not on stuff like that. Now these are a coated bolt, and the color on them, the markings on each bolt, these are grade 8. You gotta buy these, they're expensive. On homesteads, we don't waste anything. Make sure these are tight all the way around. And then we're going to cut them off. Now that tool I was using, I haven't used it in several months. As far as it may seem, I got that thing from Harbor Freight over 20 years ago. Still going strong. Okay. So, as you see, I got it all bolted. Now, let me get you back over here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut those bolts off. I'll show you the tool I got for that. Let me put these away. I don't know why this thing won't stay on. Okay. Put this in here. Now the next tool I'm bringing out, I haven't used it in a really long time. Well, let's see. I got a bunch of cutoff wheels for it, and this thing is really noisy. This thing is really noisy. It uses these itty bitty wheels. So I'm going to swap these, put a new wheel on, and I'm going to get started, and I'll show you how fast it goes through this bolt right here. All right? Okay. I got all the other ones done. Like I said, this thing's a little noisy. So the only thing left, I was out of galvanized spray, any kind of paint to cover up that'll keep it from rusting. Alright, so next step, we got this rubber cement roof coating, and we're going to put that on the little fort guides. Okay. Got my Frankenstein heater on. So like I said, I'm going to put them on the tops here. Maybe I'll just coat all this. Now I've had this thing in my tool cabinet over there, my cordless cabinet, and that helps keep all my tools warm. Like I say, this stuff is a rubber. So I'm going to coat all this with my, as you see, my Harbor Freight brush. I get these little chip brushes by the box. It's just cheaper than going to the big box. I use them for just about anything, really. Cold as it is, it could take days for this stuff to dry. But there's other things to work on. Kind of hoping the paint would be dry, but for the forks. But you can't do anything with that when they're sticky like they are. Now, if you ever go to Lowe's, you want to get a good deal. I got this roof coating. I think I paid $2 for it because it has a hole in it. That's why it's in a bag. You get a lot of good deals. Any store, if they have anything that's defective, they'll mark it down. Now, the longer stuff sits in the clearance, they have different stages. You know, I think I'm going to cover those nuts with this stuff. That adds a little added protection. Not like I plan on taking them off. Yeah, every little bit helps, right? Okay, let's get you moved over to here. There we go. If I don't fall over myself there. Until I get my shop complete. I got the lumber to start my tool storage cabinet. Just have to get this project out of the way first. So many things to do on my homestead. I got faucet I got to plumb in. That means I have to get in the dog house, and my dog don't really like me in there. That's his house. He wants it all to himself. Now, the way I'm looking forward to the roof job, but I'm just not looking for the expense. I really wanted to, I know if you noticed that I don't have many teeth in my mouth. Well, I really wanted to get that fixed. Place in town. Lots of good things I heard from them. Well, I can't do it. I can't afford both. Maybe next year. As long as nothing else breaks. Alright. That's it for that. We'll get the lid on this thing. The brush, trash. We got a hammer over here. We kept this thing in the cabinet, just keep it warm. The other ones I got inside the house where it's really warm. Put this away. And there you have it. So that's it for this video. It's cold. It's still 32 degrees outside. And funny as it may seem, my dog is sitting in the sun. It's 50 degrees in his dog house, and he's laying in the sun. I don't get it. But, so when we come back, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this thing over. That's why I need all this to dry. I'm going to take the heater hose. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to measure the opening. Then I'm going to cut it a little bit long because, you know, measurements me never seem to work out for some crazy reason. And I'm going to slit it down the side and like weather stripping on a door. I'm going to snap it on. I'm going to work my way all the way around it. I'm going to use electrical tape, and I'm going to tape it on. So when I go in and out of the basket, I'm not going to put a hole in my head. But probably next video, this 3-foot piece of solid 1/2-inch metal, I'm going to be making pins. I might do that later today. I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, I hope you watched the video to the end. I trying to make them a little shorter so I don't bore you to death with them. And please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. Give me a thumbs up if you like these type of videos. And share it with your friends. I'll see you next time on Lynn's Homestead. Thanks for stopping by.